Right.
Welcome to the pod, Pete.
Sorry, let me just get the branding
my
on.
mic's nowhere near my face.
Come on, honey.
We should walk in again.
No, let's just crack on.
Cool, we're rolling with it.
Let's get branding in first.
Yeah, well done. Got that granite lens in. Welcome.
Hello.
You right?
Yeah.
Excited?
Nervous.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. The way it should be.
That first one went pretty quick, so.
Well, we are going to crack straight on. I want to break the ice.
Oh, yeah?
Sometimes it gets a little bit awkward between you and me, so.
Is it?
It'll be good
Do you
to
feel awkward?
have some structure to this and make sure we've got stuff to talk about. Obviously, we do my random question.
Yeah, of course.
Every single week. Last week, I asked if you could only have one carb for the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Pizza, pasta, bread or rice. What would
you asking me now? Okay.
Well, no, I'm going to actually reveal the answers because the votes are in. But I'm going to give you a chance to say how you voted.
I'll be quick. Pasta, pizza, I love. I would do anything for pizza. But variation, I think pasta.
Pasta?
Yeah, variation.
Wow.
But then you can have a calzone, things like that. But for pasta, I'll go pasta.
Do you know, I actually think that pasta is the least variable.
Really?
However, you're with the masses because your votes were pasta, guys. Got a lot of Italian-seeking people out there that love a bit of penne.
I've got stains all over my top.
What stains, you absolute grubby little boy.
It's your merch.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for that.
Got all the branding in.
So thank you for voting. Do make sure that you keep heading over to our Instagram because we have got questions coming every single week. Like this one right now, Pete, that I'm going to ask to you.
Is it juicy or is it a bit?
I know, I wouldn't say... Well, actually, I think it is a little bit more poignant than carbs. Yeah. So if you had to choose between being able to understand animals or animals being able to understand you, it can't go two ways. You can either understand what they're communicating or you can communicate to them, but they won't be able to communicate back.
Okay, so I think I would go with they can understand me.
Right. What's your reasoning?
Because with those cats that we've got,
those cats,
when they're causing trouble and they're injured or something like that, then they just want to hide. But if you can say to them, "I'm here to help you," less scratching, less aggro, and you could lie to them about the vet. You could say, "You're not really going to the vets," and they'll be fine. Straight into the basket and then whip them off.
Wow, gaslighting the cats.
Yeah, well, you've got to use it to your advantage.
What a man.
Yeah.
He wants to be able to...
Why? Would you go the other way?
No, I think this way makes the most sense because...
You can communicate to them and they can understand it.
Then you almost don't need to understand to them. Because I could be like to the horse, I could be like, does your knee hurt? Does your eye hurt? And I could just get them to nod, baby.
Because if it's the other way around, all the cat's going to say to you is food.
Yeah.
And the horse as well. So what's the point?
Interesting. Well, we'll put it to the gram and we'll see if we're with the masses. I don't think it's not a right or wrong kind of thing, Pete. This one is it's a preference. Okay. There might be a really good reason that we've not thought of that it would be better the other way around. But I would agree with you. I would say if I could choose, I
think many of that would agree with me as well.
Yeah. Right, well, here we are, Pete.
Yeah.
What do you think? Podcast.
It's getting there, isn't it?
Welcome back to the second episode of Rein Them In, sponsored by Lemure. I am here with co-host number 2. Last week we had Hobbs, who did a very good job. You guys have been loving her.
I know, there's pressure's on now.
Yeah, she actually really smashed it, didn't she?
Yeah, she did really well.
She did.
We'll see. See how this one goes.
You got some big boots to fill. I mean, otherwise we could just scrap you and we'll just have Hobbs.
Thank you.
She can work into the old schedule.
This has been on only got a few minutes and I'm already getting threatened to be kicked out.
No, I think people are going to love having you. I'm also quite excited for your advice because I do think you give very straight advice and some people need to hear that.
Well, yeah, because there's no messing around and needed.
No.
Just.
I think you're rarely led by emotion.
Yeah, which sometimes you hate.
Despise. But I think
from
an advice point of view, it is quite good. Often I hate your advice to start with, but then a week later I'm like,
Because it's practical.
Yeah. It is.
And
practical, Pete.
I would say as well with that, sometimes you don't want a practical answer, but I'll give it to you.
They're hard hitting. Just be warned, guys, when you're putting in your dilemmas, your questions. You can specify if you have a preference over who answers them.
What if my answers are terrible now? They don't live up to expectation.
Yeah, we'll see. Right, well, let's have a little catch up. How's your week been?
Been busy, isn't it?
It's been busy. We've filmed together. Can't really... We're doing that classic. We've filmed something really exciting, but we can't talk about it.
It's hard to, isn't
Hate
it?
that.
Because when it's getting released in the summer.
Mm.
So we're a long way off.
But that was good. I feel like we work together quite well. Do you know, my favourite filming days with you is when we're doing it on behalf of another client.
Well, this is also...
I think you're nicer to me.
It's come through me.
Yeah.
There you go. And you're an addition. You weren't in the original email. Thank you very much.
Bringing in them brand deals.
Yeah, there we go. So this is a benefit of me.
But don't you think we work together better when we're employed by someone rather than when it's our stuff?
Well, in a sense, when it's just us two and we're doing it at the yard or at home or whatever, we're quite frank with each other. Whereas we're in front of someone, it'll be a bit more professional, haven't you? Mm-hmm. And so you're much nicer. You're much nicer,
I'd say. You're less snappy.
Yes, because sometimes I feel like when we're at the yard, you do kind of, I don't know if I can say it, like fanny about a lot. And there's also loads of distractions there. Because if the horses are going around the field or whatever. Whereas when we're on a shoot, there's nothing else to worry about.
Interesting.
So less things going on. Do you not agree?
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I do think we work together very well.
Yeah, I am surprised how well we do work together.
But the ones when it's for clients, it's nice because I know you can't.
And also, we're not leading it then. That's never stress off our back.
It's not our responsibility.
Because we have a brief, you have a shot list and everything else.
And producer and bish bash bosh.
And there's less to kind of curate.
So we did that. Anything else new in your life? How are you finding the renos? They're stressing you out,
also,
my love.
Also, you keep shortening all these different words.
I just think it's really cool.
Reno.
Yeah. Renovation. How are you finding the house renovations?
I hate the dust. I'm going to be frank about that.
The dust has caused big issues.
And you've got asthma and it's not helping you. Mm-hmm. And then I get it in the neck for being a bit anal about all the dust and everything else, but it's really to help you out.
Yeah, I don't think it is really, but I think you're using me as a bit of a scapegoat.
No, not at all.
To try and make it seem better. But they're going well. Are you happy with it all?
I cannot wait for everything to be done, especially downstairs. Because once the kitchen's finished up, we've got the last few bits, I guess, to do. It's going to be a nice social area, isn't it? More relaxing for us because we've eaten, I hate to say this, eaten on the sofa, 16 months?
Look, I hate to say this.
I
find oh my God, clutch your pearls, ladies and gents.
No, it's just, I find it infuriates me. I'd rather sit at a table or something like that. But
I feel
a bit lazy. And I hate that.
Do you know, I would like to break down this stigma of eating your dinner in front of the telly because I think it's lovely.
Every now and then, but I think majority for me would be at a table.
Would it?
Yeah.
Like Victorian Britain over here.
You can sit on the sofa, I'll sit on the table, we'll have a lovely time.
You would have phones at the table.
I think you would go, you go on your phone at the table.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, no, I do.
Also, you always turn Alexa off, and I love Alexa.
Do you have it too loud?
Mustn't say her name too loud.
Yeah,
she'll be on the pod soon.
Yeah, ruin the sound.
Okay, but they're going well. We've had bumps in the road, which are always expensive.
I think this house has been an issue because we've having to fix a lot of issues before we can actually do what we want.
Yeah.
So that's been more money than we anticipated.
Yeah, it has been a lot, but we're blessed that we've very, very lovely builders and
all
people around
very
us
friendly.
that are helping out that have been great. But we're getting there. The kitchen is nearly done, and that is going to be an absolute lifesaver.
I might actually cook as well.
You won't. You definitely won't.
Fine, I don't have to if you don't want me to.
You literally won't. Pete, we redid the kitchen in the last house. Did you cook?
I can't remember. It was
no, you did not. No, you did not. Right, well, this is a perfect segue.
Oh, God, okay.
Onto our moment to moan. Who wants to go first? Have you got a little something? Have you managed to find something?
Is it about you or... because
it's about one another because...
Right, I've got one. Perfect.
This is a healthy way to deal with your issues.
And I have already moaned to your face about this, but there has been several moans since, so you might have forgotten about it.
Looks like you're going first then.
You've got your... you're having your teeth sorted out.
My Invisalign. My dentures, as I call them, lovingly.
You do like to leave little toothpicks, used toothpicks everywhere in the house. And I look up every now and again, I see one of the kittens in their mouth just strolling across with a toothpick in its mouth.
I can't believe you've brought this up on the pod.
Well, here it is. This is what this podcast's for.
Okay.
And then I have to wrestle the kitten and I get absolutely obliterated.
I will hold my hands up.
Is that not... am I not...
say it's an absolutely foul habit that I've gone into.
Everywhere. In every room you go into.
So I'm going through the process of Invisalign. But you have to floss regularly because I've got like gaps where they've filed them down for the teeth to be able to move. So I have to floss after every meal and as Pete said, we're eating at the sofa. So it makes sense to floss whilst I watch The Office.
Yeah.
Occasionally, they don't make their way to the bin.
Occasionally, every time.
I like to reuse, reduce, recycle though, so that's why I like to leave them out so I can go back to
I would say occasionally they do make it to the bin. It's the other way around.
Okay, yeah. No, it's vile. I'm sorry. I can't promise that it will stop
change or well, April when they're out,
they're not around for that much longer. Although I have gotten into flossing a lot more. So
why do you keep it to the bathroom?
I continue. Yeah, I know, but just
no.
You know.
Okay, then
why be confined to a single room to floss? The world is my oyster.
Go on then, give it to me.
Okay, that's very fair. My one with you is actually something that genuinely does quite annoy me. Oh, no. And
is this going to upset me if you out me on the podcast?
No, I don't think it will, but it's one that it really rumbles my bones because the ongoing argument between Pete and I always is the state of the house because I'm an absolute pig.
Well, I wouldn't say you're a pig. I'd say you're messy. You're clean but messy.
Yes. I'm hygienic. That you won't be catching anything if you come into this house, but you will be surrounded by clutter.
Just a loose toothpick, and then that'll be it.
Anything that is spread from saliva that I carry, you may be susceptible to. But that's always the argument. And Pete is quite good with doing his housework and doing the washing. However, you don't seem to think that me making you your dinner every single night is a house chore.
No, I do. And I appreciate that.
You think it's like a bit of fun for me, Meg having a nice time in the kitchen, lucky her at the end of the day when she gets back from the yard at 7:30.
Can I just interject? So we've got a washing basket upstairs where all the dirty laundry goes. Why have you created a separate pile in our room of your stuff?
Because that's preliminary washing.
This is what I mean.
I might wear it again.
Just take it an extra 2 meters.
You've had your chance.
Okay, I'll save that for next one.
But you don't see me spending an hour in the kitchen as a chore. When you say, "Oh, you've done nothing around the house today," I've made you your dinner. I've stood in there for an hour, slaving over a hot stove.
You're very emotional about this, aren't you? It's coming across quite strong.
Brilliant. That's a great thing to say to a woman, Pete. So yeah, I would like a little bit more recognition when you say, "Oh, you've done nothing." You do nothing.
I recognise your wonderful cooking.
It doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're allowing me to do my fun little hobby.
I thought you enjoyed it.
Not when I get back from the yard soaking wet.
The fire's on, the bins are empty.
Yeah, that's my
All right.
Okay.
So what's the next segment if we're going to move on?
Pete is getting a little bit twitchy. Well, the next segment is we answer a question from one of our lovely, lovely listeners.
Okay.
So they're both,
So who what?
We've both got a question.
So we read them out and the other person answers?
Yes.
Do you want to go first?
Me to start?
Yeah.
Do keep your questions coming in, guys. And if you want them specifically for me, Pete, or Hobbs, then just say, because we can make it all work. So my question for Pete is
this related to something, or are they just random? Or is this related to me?
No, these are these aren't as stupid as my questions.
Right,
these actually have substance and purpose.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay, question for Pete is, what do your parents / family think of your new life with horses? Were they surprised you chose to stop working as a geologist to video horses? And what do they think of Meg?
Oh, I've got to be careful on this one.
Dude, that's a really good question because I worried at the start.
So I think when they first heard I was quitting, they were quite shocked.
Can we just quickly set the record straight? It was 1,000% your decision to quit your job as a geologist.
No, of course it was. It was.
Thank you. Okay.
And I wouldn't say I've quit as a geologist. I just wanted a bit of a...
Yeah, quit's a bit strong.
Kind of wanted a bit of a change for a couple of years and a bit of a career break, as I'm calling it. I know I loved what I did. It was really good fun, travelled loads, had some really good friends at it, and kind of really motivated me, really. Mm. But what I do now, and it's kind of a different way.
So when they say, because I remember that phone call to your parents when we told them.
Oh yeah,
I was there.
You were, weren't you?
Was there another phone call that I wasn't there?
Yes,
there was.
Really? There was. I think. Well, if I remember correctly, I think there was one or two more.
I don't know if you can say this, but you didn't tell them you'd actually quit before you little liar. you had quit and you were on your month's notice and you told them 2 weeks before you left.
Yes, yeah, no, yeah. So
but you'd handed in notice.
Yes, that's what I did. Because if I said to Mum beforehand, she might have convinced me not to. And I wanted it to be purely my decision and have no outside influence.
Okay.
But yeah, Mum was shocked because obviously university, 4 years at university. And in terms of the skills I've got on that piece of paper, some of them are transferable, but don't apply identifying rocks to filming horses now. So it's a bit different in that respect.
Rocks, don't we?
Yeah, you just point out random rocks all the time. We're driving down, there's a rock. I'm like, yeah, fantastic, brilliant. It's like me pointing out random horses as we go by.
Which I would love.
I do that and you go,
no.
Or you're on your phone.
I see a horse driving down the M5. Crazy. Please point out.
Okay.
Okay, so they were shocked to start with. What do you think they think now? Because it's going well. We've got branded mugs for crying out loud.
Well, Mum said to me, I think what I can remember the phone call was that she said, as long as you're happy.
Oh,
and then she'll be happy. So I'm happy. So she's happy.
Oh,
happy days. Yeah, no, she's really supportive. And
I could see why they'd be worried to start with.
Well, they helped me so much for university.
Yeah.
And I owe them a lot for that. But I think they were worried that I was throwing it all away quite quickly. But because I think I spent just over 3 years in industry. Straight out.
I think now they're quite proud of you though. Yeah, you've done so well.
Yeah, no, it's gone really well. It's gone better than I expected, and it's still going. It's going up, so it's really positive.
Granite Lens Media, if you're needing videography, guys.
There you go.
Get it in for you.
Thank you very much. Get you to all my ads. Just have you set.
Yeah, it felt sincere, didn't it?
Yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube,
not biased
see the crispness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get it yourself. I think they're really positive about it. They're really happy for me. And what was the last bit about? What was it saying about? Think about you.
Yeah, what do they think about me? Which we don't have to answer.
Well, they love you. I think they just thought it was a bit of. They're not techie, are they? Mum got Instagram to follow us.
Yes, it's adorable. Yeah, it's literally us two.
And then she was commenting on everything.
Oh.
And I had to I
thought the engagements dropped a little bit.
And I had to rein her in a little bit.
Rein them in?
I was like, Mum, that is public. And she's like, oh, is it? And she didn't really understand. So,
yeah. I remember that when she thought she was messaging.
Yes.
She was actually commenting on posts.
Yeah. Which is great for engagement.
Love
but,
that.
She thought it was private messages. So she's stopped doing that a little bit. But no, they're really supportive. They're really, all the travelling we do now as well. With all the work and the exciting things we get to do together. And I think generally, like I said earlier, as long as we're happy, I'm happy, you're happy, then they're happy.
They're happy.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
We've got to do
What's your question to me?
Find it. Oh, the bank have messaged me. I don't want that.
Oh dear. The message is piling in.
Question. Here we go. This is from Ali. I'm allowed to read it. Yeah, Ali. If you didn't end up working in social media and influencing, what job work would you be doing? And do you think your job would change how many horses you had and how much you competed?
Ooh, what would I do for a real job?
I know you've got a bit of a colouring in degree, haven't you?
Well, there's a question. So I have a first-class degree in human geography.
Go.
Pete, could you just tell me what you got in your undergrad?
What, my distinction in my master's?
No, because we both done an undergrad degree. So what did you get in that?
2-1. I got the drinker's degree.
What was higher? Is it first is higher?
Yeah, but I've got a postgrad.
Right.
You don't.
I could do. Might get one later.
I doubt you will.
It's the only thing I have over him because I don't have a master's.
Slim pickings.
I honestly, that's actually a really hard question because...
So the first part is if you didn't end up doing what you're doing, what do you think you'd do?
I think I would have really, really tried to have still been involved with horses. I'd worked for a number of riders beforehand, like as a groom, and although I don't think I'd have ended up doing that, I would have tried to have nuzzled my way into the horse world, but with a proper job. I think so. Like I would have, maybe something to do with events or marketing or something along those lines.
You're very good at marketing, aren't you? So.
We'll see how far and wide this podcast goes.
Well, if it tanks in a couple of episodes,
Yeah, exactly. We'll just make sure we clip that out. When I was at uni, the interviews I was going to was for sustainable housing development, and I got through to the final stages, and then my YouTube kind of took off, and I begged my dad to let me do that, and then I just never replied to the last call of them.
You're one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, you're always meant to.
I know.
That's bad.
I know, but I was given, like, mum and dad gave me that grace period of having a year to try and make it work. And I was like, see ya, real world. So yeah, maybe I'd have used my degree. Maybe I wouldn't have.
Would we sell some horses if you...
Well, I wouldn't be able to have this many horses, would I? If I had a full-time job that didn't involve the horses.
I generally don't know how people do it with a full-time job, 9 to 5 with horses.
It's like, insane. It's remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to lean on mum even more than I do now, which...
Is that possible?
I don't know.
I think...
Could that poor woman bear any more weight? I don't know. No, I wouldn't be able to have this many, would I? Like, it's probably plausible. I am very lucky to do what I do.
Yeah.
I do love it. I was listening to a podcast the other day and they were talking about like people that hate their jobs and stuff. I was like, I'm so lucky. I genuinely love my job.
Even
and I'm
in the
so
pouring
excited
rain
by
when
it.
you're mucking out horses and things?
Yeah, obviously
or do you not consider that your job? That's just...
No, I do consider like the whole thing as a job. But I like, obviously there's bits that are pants.
Yeah.
But for the most part.
Because I don't think I
never get Monday blues. What are Monday blues?
Well,
never.
The issue I have now being, because I went from a 9 to 5 structure, now I'm no structure. I don't know what day of the week it is.
No,
and that
it's
really
great.
freaks me out.
Every day's a Saturday.
I like structure. I said to you, when I was at your parents' house the other week, I said, I'll see you later, I might see you at the weekend. Your brother turned around to me and goes, it's Saturday. No idea.
Yeah. And that's just like self-employment, isn't it? Because we basically work 7 days a week. So
that's it.
But is it work? Because it's fun. Love it.
Mine's work.
Cool. Okay. Just belittle what I do then, Pete.
Well, you're very good at what you do.
Oh.
Listen, you do work hard.
Thank you.
I'm only saying this because the cameras and everything else is on. But
it's all right. I'll take it.
When this is all off, I'll be the other way.
Yeah, back to yourself. Okay, well, the next segment is that we move on to our dilemmas or stories or gossip.
So these again from...
These are from our lovely, lovely listeners.
Okay.
Please do keep them coming. We've got the WhatsApp, we've got the email, you can DM, you can voice note.
So you have no excuse, really, because there's several ways to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And anything you want advice on, you can remain anonymous. Or you could drop people in it.
Yeah.
But we are not legal for that.
Even if they're pointed, say, towards myself, can I push them off on your mum or something if I'm not willing to answer them? Or I won't know until on the podcast, will I?
You won't know. Too little too late
That's
by
dangerous.
that point. So, we're going to give it our best shot. We're going to give you some sort of advice. Whether you take it or not is not down to us.
Yeah, if you're like Meg, you never take it. So
yeah, exactly.
Just ignore my advice and then a week later go, it was actually good advice, but never tell me that.
We'll see. Right, we've both got one.
Yep.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go
Have
first?
I got one? I'm just waiting. Has it come through? Hey, there it is.
Are you
I'll
going
go
to hit us
first.
first? Okay,
Yeah.
go on then.
Unless you've read yours, I haven't read mine.
I haven't read mine. No.
Okay.
These are, it's completely...
They're both anonymous too.
Oh my God, this is an essay and a half. Wow. Oh, you're going to like this one.
Okay.
It's a bit juicy. So, my boyfriend and I are close friends with another couple. Let's call them Tom and Sarah.
Oh, I love a pseudonym.
Yeah,
okay,
there we go.
brilliant.
We've known them for years and do everything together. Double dates, holidays, birthdays. Sarah is lovely, the kind of person who's always checking on everyone and talking excitedly about their future. She sounds lovely, doesn't she? A few months ago, my boyfriend was out with Tom when Tom drunkenly admitted he's been cheating on Sarah. Not a one-off mistake. It's been going on for a while with someone at the gym. Sarah has no idea.
At the gym?
Well, not at the gym, but
Of all
someone...
No, but I just think, come on.
Yeah.
Let's have a little bit more...
Decorum?
Well, I just think it's so basic.
I'm only halfway, honey. There's more coming.
Okay, keep going, sorry.
So Sarah has no idea. She talks to me about getting engaged, buying a house, even kids, and every time she does, I feel awful. So this lady knows as well. So, okay, it's getting harder to sit there and say nothing. If we tell her, it will blow up the whole friendship group. Tom is my boyfriend's best mate, and my boyfriend feels torn between loyalty to him and doing what's right. But if Sarah ever finds out we knew and didn't say anything, I'm not sure she would forgive us. Do we tell her and risk destroying everything, or stay out of it and let her find out on her own?
Do we think...
That is big.
I don't feel qualified for this.
I think we might need another episode.
Do you think this is still going on? Because I know it said not a one-off mistake.
Well, it says it's been going on for a while with someone from the gym. It sounds like it hasn't stopped. It's not past tense in terms of...
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So he's going... if Sarah's going to that gym as well, that'd be all, she could be friends with that lady. I don't know.
You must be careful with your affairs, guys.
Yeah, why do people do them in close quarters? Just have no connections. Come on.
Great advice from Pete there.
That's difficult. We've got to unpick. There's a lot to unpick.
I always think you tell the person. If I was being cheated on, I would want to know. I don't care who I know from. I would want to know.
That's the thing. If I was in a relationship and someone's cheating on me, I'd be like, I don't care who you are. Someone to tell me if you know about it.
Do you know, I've had this with someone and I knew they were cheating. They're now married. I wasn't close enough. I'm not telling you. Obviously, I'm not telling you, Pete.
Come on.
I wasn't close enough to be able to tell the girl, and I think about it very often. Are they still together? They're married.
So your advice now is to tell them?
Yeah, because I regret it. I've learned the hard way. Okay. What he did was despicable. Like, it was basically with her best friend while they were on holiday together.
Brutal. I
know, and I see their pictures pop up. Oh my God, I feel bad about it now. Okay, so... She won't listen to this as well. I don't think she likes me.
So they need to tell Sarah, essentially.
I think they do. I think Sarah needs to know. Guys, this guilt is no way to live.
And Tom, naughty boy.
Tom's a naughty boy. I do... See, I think if you were in this position, you would feel similar to the other guy and be like, oh, but it's not my place to say, like, Tom's going to hate me if I tell because... He told me in confidence.
Who should it come from? Should it come from the best friend or this lady that's messaged him?
Do you know, so my advice would be, we don't have a name for your partner, but I think your partner needs to go to Tom.
Yeah.
And he needs to say, mate.
Because they're good friends and he witnessed it.
Yeah, he needs to say, mate, look, I can't sit on this. This isn't right. You need to tell Sarah. Otherwise, we're going to have to tell her because it's really not fair on her. You need to break off. Well, you need to either break up with Sarah or to tell Sarah and then Sarah can decide what to do, or break it off with the person you're
and also this friendship
gym and then
group,
still tell Sarah.
They said about it'll blow up the friendship group, but it's not really a friendship group if you're keeping secrets like that.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to say that.
Very poetic.
Yeah. No, I'm being serious because it's just a false friendship group then, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
I'm going after these guys now, aren't I?
It's hard. Yeah.
Sorry.
Please do keep writing in there, guys. It's hard, isn't it? Because it is one of those that...
When you have something set and you all go out together, and it's all lovely, great. That's probably hard to go, oh, we won't have that anymore. But in reality, this poor Sarah...
I think Sarah needs to know.
Yeah.
I really do. And I think the best person for Sarah to hear it from is from Tom.
Yeah.
But if Tom's going to be too much of a wuss to
how would you go about this? You would say to Tom, you got 2 months to tell her or a month to tell her?
2 months?
Well, I don't know.
We're being so generous. Tom, you've got 10 years.
Yeah,
and I swear to God, we get to 2036 and you've not told her. And then do you give them a
date and say, look, you've got, X amount, and if you don't say anything, and then...
No, I don't think you give a date. That feels a little bit...
But surely he's just going to go, oh, I won't tell her. What are you going to do about it?
No, I think part of the threat is there is no date. You say, Tom, you need to tell Sarah or I will.
Oh, okay, you just go in like that.
Yeah.
You don't give them
a
hard deadline.
And then you know if Sarah's been told, because you best believe she's hitting up our girly pop, saying, oh my word, can't believe what Tom's done.
Oh my God, that was a juicy one to start with. Have we unpicked everything? I think we have.
Anytime we talk about a cheating scandal, it just makes me really cross with
it's
you.
Like that
I think about you
Broadchurch
cheating on me.
we watched. That was just cheating left,
Wasn't
right,
it just? Yeah.
Every season on that one.
Just so you know, I am now annoyed at you. It's
me?
Not your fault. Yeah, just you know what it's like when we talk about cheating.
This is another thing we need to... I can save this for a later episode. Yeah. I'm going to write that down one second.
No worries. I'll get into my dilemma. Oh, it looks like a pony-related one. Are you ready to listen?
I'm ready to answer.
Okay. So this person would also like to remain anonymous. I can never say remain anonymous. I say remain.
We're both dyslexic, so it doesn't really
help. It's real tricky reading all this. But they would like to get our thoughts on their situation. So she says, or they say, my family were really close with another family on the yard. We'd known them for years, had family parties together, the lot. They had a 13-hand pony, and after we sold our first pony, we let them use our old saddle. A few years passed, we never needed the saddle back, and it's just sort of stayed with them. I think everyone forgot about it. Then we got a small pony for a younger family member who needed a saddle for backing and lunging. Nothing fancy, just something old bashed about a bit, so we asked for our original saddle back. We were using it for a few weeks and everything seemed fine until I got a message saying I needed to sort something out because they were planning to sell the saddle to fund a new one. I replied asking if they'd want to buy it from us first And honestly, all hell broke loose. It escalated into full-on World War III. Both families fell out and things became so uncomfortable on the yard that we eventually had to leave.
Hope with the saddle.
At one point, the 40-year-old mum actually backed me into the corner of a stable, demanding I swap stables with her because my light worked better and she had the vet out more often. I was 15 at the time. To be clear, the saddle was ancient, didn't fit either pony properly, and I only needed it short term for backing and lunging. In their defence, they had been using it for years and genuinely saw it as theirs. So, what are your thoughts on the situation? Who was in the right?
I think the person who wrote that is in the right. If they've lent it to someone.
That is wild.
That is, but it's also the other lady. If she were getting backed into a stable and shouted at and whatever else, they've got some issues.
I would have really struggled to have replied to that message in a coherent way. Like when they said, we need it back to fund the next one.
Yeah, this
is my saddle.
Yeah. So they must have assumed or forgotten. So either assumed that it was given to them outright or forgotten that they borrowed it.
No one forgets where that saddle came from.
And saddles aren't cheap, no matter how bashed up they are.
No, but like, if it is an old saddle, you're talking like hundreds of pounds. It's not going to be into the thousands. It just seems the craziest thing to have fallen out over. However,
well, it sounds like they
I
dodged
would have
a
been
bullet.
the exact same because I'd be like, sorry, no, like you can't just.
Yeah, but it sounds like she's problematic anyway. That family, the other family.
Yeah.
The way they're acting and the messages, and then and saying the vet comes out more. Well done you. Like,
no, they mean because the light works better in the stable, so you need good light for the vet to come out. So they're saying we have the vet more.
Yeah,
so
but that's not the other people's issue that their horse needs a vet more.
No, it's not. I was just making sure you understand.
Yeah, no, I do that. Yeah, it's like great.
Gosh, yeah, no, I 100% think that you're in the right.
Yeah, get off. They're off the yard now.
Crazy.
They moved yards.
They're off the yard.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's sad they've fallen out because it obviously was like a really nice relationship.
Sometimes if you fall out and then you move on, it's great because then you're.
It's just the audacity for me of being like, we need that back to fund our next one. It's like, okay, what else do you need from me? Like organs? Like crazy. We are definitely on your side.
Yeah, and you've dodged the bullet by getting off that yard.
Mm.
So they're not friends at all now. That's completely gone.
Like dead in the water, I think.
Oh wow.
Damn. Right, Pete.
Yeah.
Pete eats. We do need to get a little bit foodie.
What's on the menu?
Towards the end. Can I press you for either a favourite or a least favourite thing that you've eaten in the past week or so?
What have I eaten? What have you cooked? That's probably the.
Doesn't have to be something I've cooked.
Have we eaten out?
Oh, I know what I would say is my favourite thing that we've eaten.
Yeah.
We went for a very nice meal with our good friend. And I had an amazing steak. And I know that's quite boring to say.
I was jealous. I went for the burger and I think the steak looked better.
I just sometimes think if you get a perfect steak, it was a fillet and it was quite expensive. But I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself.
Yeah, no, you did.
Yeah, I did. And I
you
didn't
shared a
regret
bottle of wine. That was an expensive meal.
Yeah. But it was really good. So that's what I'm going to say.
Okay. I did enjoy that burger, but I was very jealous of your steaks. It was a steak burger. I'm troubled to think now. Can't be boring and say that burger, or
that's too boring.
Because that's the only time we've eaten out in the last week.
That. Okay, well, don't do eating out. Why don't you?
Okay.
Talk about my meals.
You did a nice chili the other day.
We did do a nice chili. We have been struggling a bit with the kitchen, obviously in pieces. So I've been having to pull out all the stops. We've done quite a lot of HelloFresh, and now we've got to the point where we literally don't really have.
We're going through the
kitchen at all.
Remnants of the freezer.
Go to the freezer, yeah.
Frozen, haven't we?
And there was a good chili.
Left
Maybe
over.
needed a bit more spice.
No, I thought it was good taste.
Yeah, you happy with that?
Yeah. No, I was really happy with that.
Amazing.
Yeah. Nice bit of garlic bread. I have to have garlic bread.
You get really. Do you remember I made you those garlic bread roll-ups the other day? Did you like those?
Yeah, they're really nice. Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't like making them. That's the issue.
With a slice of bread, you have to like rolling pin it out, and then you have to make a garlic butter. You have to put that in, and then roll the bread up, and then glaze it.
Do you know what
with
ruined
oil.
that moment?
What?
Because I was enjoying them, and then I think you moaned about how long it took you to make them.
I don't think I did.
I think you did. Because you said, would you want them again? And I was like, oh yeah, that'd be great. And you're like, you know how long they take?
No.
Yeah, I'm going with it.
Okay, were you saying those? Or are you saying the chili?
I said chili. Chili.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's all right. I think I do make a good chili, so
Yeah.
I'll accept that. Maybe one of these days you'll cook for me and then I can say that.
Yes, when the kitchen's done. And it'll be online, don't you worry. It'll be all over, I'm sure. And you'll be abusing me.
Well, that does really wrap the episode up. How have you found it? Have you enjoyed chatting rubbish online?
I have. I feel like once we do a few more, get in the motion of it. Mm-hmm. And then and I'm looking forward to actually talking about shoots that we can talk about. I know we glossed over that one earlier, but literally we can't say anything, can we, until it comes out in the summer.
No. I think it will be a nice space for us to just...
And I'm also looking
give
forward
a bit more
to
behind the scenes.
Yeah, delving a little bit more in the details. You know, we can talk about all the island trips and stuff, and just those away trips that we have. Actually, what goes
because
on.
often there's so much stuff that doesn't make it into vlogs. Not necessarily because it's bad, but just because we can't have a 6-hour vlog.
And I'm going to say it now. What really, this gets me going. Those comments about cameras and stuff, the angles.
Oh yeah, he does get quite offended by any of your comments.
All I'm going to say is
saying anything about his work.
No. It's just when they say why they're not more angles. There's only one of me. what more do you want me to do?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that getting heated. We'll look forward to it.
We'll
save it for another ep. Right, well, a big thank you for tuning in. As always, guys, a huge thank you to Lumiere for sponsoring this podcast. I love this base layer.
It's nice.
The Aspen range. I've been wearing it.
I know you've got some stuff on order for me, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we've got some jumpers coming your way.
Yeah, I don't have to wear your merch anymore.
They're branching out into menswear. You've got your trainers, Lumiere trainers that you ran around London in.
Yeah, they were good. They were comfortable.
They're really smart, those.
Any comments about them? I went really fast. The speed on those bad boys.
You are super fast.
Yeah.
Amazing to have their support. And of course, your support, guys. Do keep writing in. We need questions. Yep. We need dilemmas.
Camera questions.
Need stories.
Rock questions.
Yeah, I mean, it can be any kind of question. You can decide who it's directed to. And of course, keep those dilemmas coming in. There is a good incentive because every single month we've got the amazing team at Hi Ho Silver giving away a voucher for one of our lovely contributors.
So how do they get that?
So it's going to be randomly selected. So if you've written in, even if we've not actually used the question on the pod, there is still a chance that you can win because we'll just randomly select it. So keep them coming. Questions.
And I want them to be real. Don't make them up. We want real situations.
Yeah, we do. They do need to be real because otherwise we'll be sad.
We will never know.
Yeah, and just keep us updated. If Tom tells Sarah, do let us know, and we will update you on the pod.
And also about the saddle. Is it still going?
I'd love to know if the saddle is. If you have the saddle, is the saddle rightfully yours, and where is it now?
Or can we have it? Stick it behind there.
Yes, we could have it hanging here. We need to decorate the studio a little bit more.
We do. We are getting there. It's work in progress, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a long time coming.
It is.
So what do we say? Is it 3 years? 2 years?
I reckon it's nearly 3 years that we've floated the idea.
And I think last year you said to me, I really want to do this. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And probably 12 months later, here we are.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Took a long time.
Bit of tinkering, and then we should be happy with everything. But no, it's good, isn't it?
Really good. Right, well, it's time for me to go and make a dinner for you.
So live, laugh, dinner, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, thank you very
sure
much.
to come back next Monday and catch up with
Hobbs will be back on. So
Hobbs is going to be here, and it's pre-holiday Hobbs, so she'll be in quite a good mood.
Yeah, she will be. And then we're off shortly after, aren't we?
She'll be live, laugh, loving it. Pete doesn't want to go now.
Where?
As in, you don't leave the pod.
Oh, if I'm into
I keep being like, right, that's it. And you're like, yeah. So how long have we thought about doing this podcast?
Right, okay. I've got so much to talk about. And
you have. I've really opened you up.
Save it for the next one.
You're like a lotus.
Because 2 weeks is a long time.
I know. Well, maybe we'll do them more often.
And this has been 3 years, so I've got a lot to get out there.
If it gets well supported, I think we'll get you and King Kenny on here one day. Just let them cameras roll.
I've got an idea when you're not around.
Oh, no, we're not doing. I know what that is. Right, guys. Time to live, laugh, lunch just sounds better, but just know that we are about to have dinner.
Yeah.
See you next Monday.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.